How do you know that you have past life traumas?
You know, every time I have a new experience in life, I sort of behave towards it, you know, in a way that I cannot explain. I don't know. It's like something is holding me from doing it, and I can't remember something.
Ab.
My name is Ab.
Okay.
Yes.
Okay, hello. Hello, Ab. And I'm Byard. Hi. Now, you live in East Yemen?
That's right, and the internet connection here is not that great.
How do you know that you have past life traumas?
I think it's the way, you know, my personality has been changing. You know, every time I have a new experience in life, I sort of behave towards it, you know, in a way that I cannot explain. I don't know. It's like something is holding me from doing it, and I can't remember something happened to me. Apart from the things that I remember from my childhood that's stopping me from doing it. So it seems there's something else, you know, holding me back. It seems something, I feel it in my chest. It's like it's tightening up, and you know, I feel like a burst of, you know, blood flow into my head. That gives me a really terrible headache when I want to do something.
Okay. I want you to hold up your hand so we can see you test. Hold your hand up. See, my hand's up like this? Make sure you can see it on your screen. Okay. Now, I want you to test, is that experience caused by a past life trauma, and see if you get a signal.
Yeah.
Now, you got a signal?
Yes, in my thumb, yeah, usually news are
okay.
A little bit twitch again.
Well, we need to be able to see your thumb better, if that's your hand. Okay, now, okay, I want you to ask, yeah, that's much better. Okay, ask, have I removed any of that past life trauma yet?
Have I removed any one of these past life traumas?
No signal.
I'm getting a no.
Okay, you're getting a no. Okay. Have you watched all the movies on the CureTube page?
Yeah, some of them, yes.
How about all of them?
No, I haven't seen all of them.
Now, you had a password to our web college, which we gave you. We give passwords to people like you because you're not allowed to have bank accounts in East Yemen, you were telling me.
That's right, yes.
So you have no way of paying or giving a donation. So that's one reason people donate, so that we can donate to people like you. You follow me?
Yes, I do.
When you had your password, did you listen to any Cure shows?
Yes, I did.
Well, you're doing it wrong, but you're doing it. And that's the important thing. So you write to Greg and get another password, and then listen to this instruction, okay? When you get the password, the first thing you need to do is go on to where the MP3s are of the talks and find, test down the talks, see which ones you get a signal on, and the Cure shows too. Not just about your disease, but about other diseases. Test down the Cure shows and download all of them to your computer so that when your password expires, you'll have them. And take them out in a player and listen to them so you can walk around. Get an MP3 player and walk around and listen to them. This will train you to do it right, and you won't get into so much trouble. Then I will do another movie with you after you've done some studying, and we'll take out some past life trauma together in the movie. Okay?
I'd love that, because it's really troubling, these past life traumas that I have.
We'll do it.
Because I tested. Okay.
I'll do it with you. And you'd be like, but you have to start by doing it yourself first. Take out your own past life traumas first, and then I will help you find the right ones and other things that you need coaching in. like all day studying this and just keep going.
I do. You see, all right, so I don't stop even if the symptoms, shows up. So I just keep going with it, yeah?
No, don't stop. Don't. You want to hear a story? I'll tell you a story about myself, okay? I had a person in one of my courses who was very difficult to help. And none of the other students in the course, this is years ago when we used to charge like $5,000 for a seminar. And none of the other students liked this student or wanted to help him because he was so difficult, and everybody reacted very negatively to him. And so I was lying in my bed, and I started asking testing questions and getting signals about him. And I was reading his bodies. And I discovered something about him, and I realized that I could help him by pulling it into myself, that I could absorb it. And I tested that was what I needed to do. I got a signal on that. And so I started pulling this negative, whatever it was, energy, you might say. It wasn't actually energy, but it was density. That was what it was. I remember now. It was density. I started to absorb his density. He was very dense. And as I began to absorb, when I started absorbing his density, all of a sudden I turned red, I started to sweat, and I felt like I had to run into the bathroom and vomit. And here I was laying in bed. This was like 11 o'clock at night. I had the class tomorrow, and my mind was just going crazy. I was thinking, don't do this, Bayard. You're nuts. You got to stop absorbing this now because you're hurting yourself. Suppose you can't get rid of it? Because it wasn't anything you could vomit up, even though that was what I felt like doing. I knew I couldn't vomit it up. It was not physical, okay? It was not a physical thing. So, but then I tested. Yes, go ahead. What were you going to say? Anyway.
Oh, no, nothing. I'm just commenting on what you're saying.
Okay. Well, anyway, but I tested to keep absorbing it. And so I did. Like, basically, I sucked it all out of him and into myself. And the funny thing was, as soon as I did that, it turned to energy and all my symptoms went away. It took me about 15 minutes. But at that point, I was fine. And I was fine the next day. And I don't know if it did anything for him very much, though. But I felt a whole lot better about him and about everything. So that's my story.
Well, must have done something.
It did something for me. So the point is, don't stop, okay?
Okay.
Don't stop.
I get it now. Yes, I was.
Go ahead.
If I test that, say past life traumas, been cleared or removed, or let's say the herpes been removed, and I tested that I'm clear. Should I still keep going with it, or do I stop? And just work on something else, or do I just keep doing it? For how long? Is there a certain period of time that I should keep doing it in the same illness or disease?
When you're clear, start on something else. Start on something else. When you're clear of one thing, start on another thing.
I've got.